So let's get into asking the questions. How we doing, my consumer law besties? How much do you think it costs to repair your credit? I want you to type that amount, or how much you've paid to get your credit repaired. I want you to type that amount in the comment. Go ahead and give me a few minutes. Type that in the comments. How much do you think credit repair should cost to you? Or how much have you paid for credit repair? Type that in the comment. Okay. Okay, now I also want you to think, how much does it cost for you not to get your credit repaired? How much does it cost for you not to get your credit repaired? Okay, type that in the comment. How much do you think it costs to not get your credit repaired? So on that note, as I'm reading your comments, it costs a lot not to get your credit repaired. We deal with debt issues on a daily basis. We deal with credit system issues, dealing with the credit bureaus, aka credit bureaus, consumer reporting agencies, whatever you want to call them. But we deal with their mistakes. We deal with the lenders, the creditors' mistakes when they report these errors to our credit reports, which causes us to lose when we're trying to apply for houses, apartments, jobs. Anytime they make a mistake on your credit report, you're the only one who can fix it, okay? Even if you go out and you hire a credit repair agency, they still have to get your permission to fix your credit. Why not save money and learn a skill that you can help your entire family? So you're already in a position where debt is already a problem. Credit is already a problem. And if you learn to fix both of those areas, do you know how much better your life would be? Your life would be even better. Plus, you learned a skill that you can potentially make money off of. And you could potentially get paid for your bad debt and their inaccurate credit report. So I do want to start with talking about reinvestigations. So if you check your credit report and you find that something on your credit report is inaccurate or incomplete, okay, I want you to type right now in the comments what it is or what account that you've seen with an error. And even if it doesn't have an error, if you have an account that's not even yours, I want you to type what type of account. Is it late payments? Is it a charge off? Student loan, foreclosure, repossession, whatever it is, I want you to type that in the comments and let me know what account you think is reporting inaccurately. Okay. So if you notice this account on your credit report and you notice it's reported inaccurately, what have you done to fix it? Have you disputed? Have you called? Have you written a letter? Or has a debt collector even contacted you way after they started reporting? Type it in the comments what the issue is that you've been dealing with. I try to get back to all my members and to all my besties when I read the comments, because I believe in helping everybody as much as I can and as fast as I can. So I'm not credit repair. I offer DIY programs and I offer DIY resources and templates for you to help fix your own credit, because you don't, I'm here to tell you, you don't need a credit repair agency. You truly don't. I have not used one. And I've done my research. I've taken the time out to do research. I do encourage you to do your research. I also encourage you to do research in your state. If it gets to the point where you've been disputing correctly and you don't know the next steps after your disputing, you do have the FTC. You do have the CFPB. And I also have connections with consumer lawyers that if they can't help you with your situation, they can refer you to another lawyer or another counsel that can help you with your situation. Okay? So let's talk about what investigation did you do? All right? So, and when I say what investigation did you do, when you disputed, what investigation did the consumer reporting agencies do? So you typed up your little cute letter and you put down the inaccuracies that you saw in that account. You could, whatever, it's best to have the letters written in your language. You don't have to have all of the laws, all of that legal jargon put inside of your letters. You saw this account, so account, and I see that I wasn't late on these certain, I wasn't 30 days late on this certain date. And a lot of times when I tell you things in my videos, you can include those inside of your letters. Now, this is no way, shape, form, or fashion legal advice. I'm not doing credit repair for you. This is all for educational purposes now, okay? So you do what you will, because whatever actions you take, you're liable for your own actions, okay? Because there are a lot of people or naysayers out here that'll say, oh, that stuff don't work. A layman person can go do a dispute and get maybe 5 or 10 things deleted. And I can go use the same letter that person used and do the same disputes, and I don't get any accounts deleted. I even get stalled letters from the credit reporting agencies. So it doesn't make difference. You put the letter in your own words. That's the best way to do it, because we don't want the credit reporting agencies to start noticing these same templates. We want it to be a little different. So back with the investigation, you're going to ask the CRAs, credit reporting agencies, you're going to ask them, what investigation did you do? According to 1681A, they have to do a reinvestigation. So the reason why it's called a reinvestigation is because when the account is actually placed on your credit report, it is the responsibility of the CRAs to do an investigation with the company that actually reported it to your credit report. And they have to make sure that information is verified, right? But when you see the account, you see that there are some errors. It could be the name, it could be the account number, it could be the balance, it could be the first date of delinquency, it could be the last payment date, it could be anything. It could be the late payment increments. Anything that's inaccurate is an inaccuracy, because your account has to be accurate, complete, and verified in order to be placed on your credit report. Because that one little account can do damage. It can do damage. It can destroy a household. It destroys marriages. Okay? So, you're going to ask the CRAs, what investigation did you do, right? And you can also ask them what steps they took to do this reinvestigation. All right? So, you ask them, you send a letter and you ask them what type of investigation did they do, and they send you back maybe a stall letter. Or they never did fix it, or they never did delete it. Okay, so you're going to ask them, since you didn't fix this or delete this account, I want you to reinvestigate it again. So I know a lot of people don't like to do a lot of disputes, but repairing your credit takes time. Okay, repairing your credit takes time. So you want to ask them to reinvestigate it again. So you've already asked them one time you disputed it. You asked them to reinvestigate it again. Now, also in that letter where you asked them to reinvestigate it again, ask them to list their reason. Ask them to explain the reasons. Be prepared to state your reason as to why you didn't fix it or delete it. Tell me why you chose not to fix this account and why you chose not to delete this account. All right. So now you're going to also ask them to send you a copy of your full consumer file. Now they're going to send you a copy of your credit report. Now listen to me. Credit report, consumer file, 2 different things. Okay. Your credit report is like a summary of what's in your consumer file that the lenders can see. But you want the consumer file because according to 1681 GA, disclosures to consumers, if upon your request in writing, upon your request, and you can call and ask them for it too. Upon the consumer's request, for your consumer file, they must give it to you. If they don't give it to you, that's a violation. Now, anytime there's a violation, not all the time when they're pursuing, if you decide to represent yourself pro se, if you decide to sue later on down the road, they're not going to always give you. You can't just sue for every law that you see inside of what Congress has passed, but you just have to know the laws that you can get remedy for. Okay, and inside of my live trainings and our live calls, you ask those questions that we learn all of that inside of those calls. Okay, and in our events, we learn those in our events. So if you want to know all the laws where you can get remedy from if you decide to sue pro se, do it yourself, I have a list of those laws. So now I want to break down for you a letter that you can use to do your disputes with. So what I wrote down, now all of my letters are different. I do have templates inside of the Consumer Scholars University. They're already done for you. You just pick which one you want for late payments, for collections, or whatever it is you want. But I do want to, since you came on this call, since you joined me today, and we talked about investigations, I do want to give you a little snippet of how you can write your letter. Okay? So you're going to say, you stated that in your investigation, and this is to the CRAs. So you stated in your investigation, you want to know what investigation, I want to know what investigation did you do? I received the results of your reinvestigation on so-and-so date. Tell me what you did. How did you communicate with that company? This is the creditor, this is the lender, the collection agency, whoever. If you used eOscar, what delivery method did you use? What did you send in that ACDV? Did you attach my dispute? These are the types of questions you're going to ask inside of the letter, okay? So that's just a short snippet of how you're going to ask them, because you want to put them on blast. You want to put them in a corner to where they have to answer these questions. And if they ignore your request, and you went through the proper steps that we just did in 1, 2, 3 in your dispute, you're asking them to reinvestigate. Then you asked them to reinvestigate again. And then you told them you wanted them to send you a copy of your full consumer file, and they ignored all your requests. You can use that little snippet letter, and you can include all of this in there and put them on Front Street, put them on blast. Because if you don't put them on blast, they're going to continue to report this inaccurate and incomplete information. So I'm going to give you a list of other things that you could do in your process. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull your real credit reports. And to get your real credit reports, I did include in the description box below a link for you all to join the Identity IQ. You can sign up for Identity IQ. It's $1 for a 7-day trial. And if you just want to go ahead and sign up and do the monthly thing, it's $27.99 per month. You're going to pull your real reports. And what I mean by real reports is you don't want to go to Credit Karma. Don't dispute with Credit Karma. We only want to use Credit Karma when we're trying to identify these accounts. And another thing that I like about Credit Karma is it gives you a lot of updates. And it keeps downloadable files inside of Credit Karma each month. Every time you log in or anytime you click to see your credit reports, there is a long list. I think the list goes all the way back 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 5 years, because mine went all the way back to 2018, and that was 23. Yes, back about 5 years, yes. Where Credit Karma only has Equifax and TransUnion, doesn't have Experian. But you can go to Experian. Experian will give you your credit reports for free. But the only thing about that is, one rule of thumb is go ahead and opt out of if you're on Equifax.com, if you're on TransUnion.com, if you went to Experian.com and created your account, that's fine. But I just want you can call and do this. Go ahead and opt out of any type of program that they have you on. You just want to view your credit reports. You just want to view your whatever score they have for you at that time. So opt out of everything, because if you potentially have a lawsuit later on down the road, being opted into those I guess what those specials or whatever they have, those like the credit monitoring and stuff like that, you're opting in, you're waiving your rights to like a class action lawsuit or to potentially have a lawsuit. They have other jargon in there too, the little fine print, you have to read it, but you're waiving your rights, your legal rights on a lot of stuff. So you may want to go, well, I'm just telling you, go ahead and opt out of those things, because you just want to take a look at your credit reports. That's it. So you're going to pull your credit reports, and don't forget the link is in the box for Identity IQ. You can get all 3 credit reports $1 for 7 days. Okay. And step 2, you want to analyze that credit report for errors once you get your downloadable. Third, you want to prepare a detailed dispute letter. And I just walked you through an example of how a detailed dispute letter could be. Now, you don't have to use mine. I do have the Consumer Scholars University. The templates are there. The link will be in the description box below for the Consumer Scholars University. You can get your letters from there, or you can for my ones who like to do everything themselves, you can use the template that I spoke to you about earlier in this video. Once you prepare this detailed dispute letter, you want to mail it certified mail. Send everything certified mail. If $5.40 is too much for you to be doing this, think about what a credit repair agency would have charged you for that. That's why they charge that monthly fee. That's why they charge you that. If you dealing with somebody that charge up front, when credit repair organizations by law are not supposed to charge you up front for a job that has not been done yet. They charge you that $500 up front because it takes a lot. You have to mail this stuff to these companies. To each one, you're dealing with the three, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So you have to be prepared to take action. $5. So you want to mail your letters certified mail. Okay? So always send your letters certified mail. Now, once you get those results back, Lord, my hair all over the place. I've been talking too hard. But once you get those results back, you want to go ahead and pull your credit reports and wait at least 30 days when you do a dispute. Don't do the same dispute or don't dispute the same account within the 30 days that you had done their dispute, because that gives them an extra 15 days to do your dispute. So instead of 30 days, them having 30 days, they have 45 days. So you don't want to do the same dispute or the same account within that 30 days. So wait and let that 30 days. And then once you get your results back from your investigation, then you want to pull your new credit reports again. Don't forget you got Identity IQ. The link is in the description box below. You want to pull your new credit reports, check to see if there was anything changed or kind of compare it to what they said in the investigation. And then if they didn't do what you asked them to do or what you wanted them to do, and you know that it's a surefire inaccuracy, it's incomplete, because you do know that you can have an account that's a derogatory account on your credit report, but it could be reporting correctly or accurately. So you want to make sure that's not that type of account. We don't want to do bogus disputes. We don't want to do bogus identity theft disputes. We want to do, because I've heard of people doing that just to get items deleted or removed from their clients' credit reports. And that's what a lot of those crooked credit repair agencies do. I'm not saying they all are crooked. I'm just saying if you did your own credit repair, if you do fix your own credit, you don't have to worry about issues like that because you're doing it the proper way and you're doing it the legal way. Okay? So you can call the CRAs. You can call them and let them know. Ask them, did they receive your dispute? I got the results back, and you stated that it was so-and-so, so-and-so. How did you investigate it? How did you do the reinvestigation? What did you use? Did you send them my letter? If you did you receive my letter? And then if they say they don't see it, well, okay, take the letter out. Make sure you got it in front of you. Take the letter out and read your letter. They're going to try to get you out the phone, or they're going to try to make you do like a little shorthanded dispute, saying that they'll ask you about the accounts, or they'll ask you about one account, but won't ask you anything else because you're waiting on them to tell you stuff. But no, you tell them what you want them to do. If it's 10 steps, do the 10 step. If it's 15 things you want them to dispute, tell them the exact thing to be. And if they try to shortcut you or get you to get off the phone quickly or stop doing a dispute quickly, go ahead and let them know, let me stop you here. I want to tell you everything I need to dispute in this account. So you can call, and you can also record. Make sure when you record that if they say that this is a recorded line, then and you start talking, that's them giving permission and that's you giving permission. Okay? If you end up getting on the phone with a agent and you don't hear the this call is on a recorded line, you can ask them, is this call recorded? And if they say yes, then you proceed to let them know that you're recorded also. Okay? So if they feel like they don't want to be recorded, they'll have to hang up. If they don't hang up, that means that they're agreeing to it just like you're agreeing to it. So when you do that dispute on the phone, you want to get them time, get them their days, and you want, when you get your new investigation reports back or results back, go ahead and pull your credit reports again. And then you can check if they haven't done anything after that, after step 9, when you pull your credit reports again, go ahead and you can potentially sue. You can go ahead and speak to your lawyer, contact a lawyer. If you feel like you're in a position now, you can either type it in the DM, or you can You can contact me via any of my social media pages. My phone number is 504-517-5098. You can DM me on Instagram. You can DM me on Facebook. That number is a text-only number, so you can contact me through them. All right? And good luck on your journey with your disputing and getting your credit score improved.